Welcome into Big Sky Basketball Media Day here on Watch Big Sky and Pluto TV, streaming all day with all your Big Sky basketball information you're going to need leading up into the 2018-19 season. Here at Southern Utah University, we're joined by Coach Simon and Dwayne Morgan here for Media Day. Guys, thanks for being here with us, gearing up for this season, getting really excited. Coach, how are things headed into your third season here at Southern Utah?
Well, we've laid a great foundation in the first 2 years. Going into this third season, our expectations are a little bit higher as our culture has been kind of put in place. The guys that have led us these past 2 seasons have done a great job in terms of showing this group how and why we do things. And so from that standpoint, as we put these new pieces together, we're certainly excited.
As you go into your third season here, coaching staff consistency, everybody's coming back for the most part, and you got that contract extension over the summer. So just how are you feeling personally about the staff you've got and the foundation, as you mentioned, you've laid over these last couple of years here at Southern Utah?
Yeah, it's been a brick by brick process, and as we've kind of gone through this thing, we have all the right people in place, and that's the number one thing as you build an organization. We have a staff that's back for another year and together, and so the learning curve is certainly shortened, and the consistency of teaching is in place, and so that familiarity, that comfort level certainly impacts the players. And from the contract extension standpoint, the show of faith from President Wyatt and the tremendous support from Deb Corum, our athletic director, in what we are doing is going to allow us to grow this thing organically the right way and win championships here.
Let's start talking about the squad you've got out there. A nice mix of returning players, new players, some transfers in there. Let's start with the guys you bring back from last year, and that kind of starts with the guy to your left, Dwayne Morgan. You look at Brandon Better, Jacob Calloway, Yvonne Medunix, Dre Marin had a lot of minutes for you as a freshman last year. Talk about the group you've got coming back and how you've seen them improve since the end of last season.
Well, last year we allowed our group to kind of play through some stuff. We had to get Dwayne coming in mid-season was certainly a challenge, coming off of almost a full calendar year without basketball.
Right.
And he did such a tremendous job assimilating his game with the team, and then playing through all the injuries that we had. Our role allocation was in flux quite a bit as
Right.
guys were in and out of the lineup throughout conference play, but we saw it all come together toward the end of the year, and I think we went into that conference tournament feeling like we were going to win a few games in, that we could make a run, and it kind of showed in our performance, and hopefully that's a leap pad for this year, and those guys, Dre Marin is now a sophomore, hopefully make that freshman-sophomore leap. Dwayne now has a full off season of strength and conditioning. He's a tremendous hard worker. We've transitioned his game now into much more of a almost a big guard, which is a big role that we think that he's going to thrive in. And Brandon Better was our leading scorer, and he's back and he can score 20 in a minute. So that's a big deal for us. And then Yvonne Medunix and both Jacob Calloway are in year 3, so they're comfortable, and so that foundation's great. And then obviously the new guys are going to help that.
Dwayne, take me back to last year in Reno, Big Sky Tournament. Southern Utah makes the semifinals for the first time in school history. I mean, as a group, what did you guys learn from that experience last year in Reno, and how does that help you moving forward into this season?
As a group, when it comes to last year in the Big Sky Tournament, afterwards we learned that, regardless of who we stepping on the floor against, as long as we're together and we're all on the same page, we can pretty much achieve anything. Basketball game is 40 minutes. And last year it was like people tried to say after the tournament that we got lucky and stuff, but at the end of the day, you only have to be the best team for 40 minutes. And we learned that, we put enough time in, enough off time in amongst ourselves and in practice as a team. So, we just had that faith that all this work was going to pay off.
Going back to what Coach said, you had a whole summer here, strength and conditioning, working with Coach Ilian over in the weight room. Just how are you feeling individually going into this season after only playing in Big Sky Conference last year?
I feel confident, real confident. And I don't think as far as confidence, I spent the whole summer, as soon as the season ended last year, I was right back to work. So I feel like I've invested a lot into my game, mentally and physically, like watching film, synergy, little things like that. So I feel confident. I think that this is probably the most well I've prepped for a season. And I'm excited to go into my senior year.
Coach, going back to the team a little bit here, a couple guys that might be new to Thunderbird fans but aren't new to you, your staff, and your teammates, Andre Adams and Cam Uyatan coming in, transfer from Arizona State and Boise State respectively. What have you seen from those two, after spending last year on the practice squad and now being fully integrated and getting ready to play this upcoming season?
Well, first they attacked their redshirt season, and they both grew their games. They changed their bodies. And I think from a fit standpoint, they're perfect for what we're trying to do. And I expect big things from both of them this year. They're both versatile defenders. They're both guys that are unselfish on the offensive end. They can finish plays. They're athletic, and they're very, very smart basketball players. So from that standpoint, we're expecting them to be a strong part of what we do this year.
And Dwayne, for you, obviously you played against those guys last year in practice and everything. How have you seen their mindset shift as they head into this season?
Last year it was more of them being on the redshirt team and making us better. And now I've seen the switch as in, okay, they watch me play, they watch everybody else play, they know their game, and now we're integrating it and putting the pieces together for us to play together and effectively effectively.
I got you. Coach, talk a little bit about the freshman class you got here. A fairly big group of new guys coming in, kind of headlined by early signings from Josh Cardenas, Harrison Butler, Mason Fawcett coming in off a mission. Just kind of talk about the group as a whole and what you've seen from that unit so far.
Yeah, we've got 5 freshmen that we think are going to really help us. They're going through it right now. Harrison Butler comes from some great winning programs, and he's got so much natural ability. And Josh Cornish was Baltimore County Player of the Year, can really score the ball, does everything right on the floor. Mason Fawcett coming off his mission, strong kid, plays extremely hard. He's going to be a fan favorite because of his energy and effort level. And then we have 2 more freshman guards, Ken Eskridge out of Atlanta, who's going to contribute at that point guard position and give us another player that can make plays out of ball screens, and Dado Afkazava from the Republic of Georgia, another point guard that's going to continue to give us another look at that position as he continues to adjust to the American game. But we're really encouraged by all 5. They all really want to be good, which is encouraging. It's laying a foundation for a few years down the line that as these guys grow, they're going to be a big part of this program.
Dotto, also a nightmare for NCAA play-by-play announcers.
Yeah, we might lead the nation in Scrabble words this year, with last names.
It might make sense with that one. Dwayne, as you spend time with this group and talk to this group, what kind of goals and expectations have you guys set as a team leading into this season?
Well, leading to the summer, we wanted to get better every day. That's still a focus. Coach has a saying, good to great. And, thinking forward into, the next 20 days, like during the season, it's the same standard, good to great. After one game, we watch the film, figure out the things that we need to work on, things that we need to correct. In the next game, we want to capitalize and not make those same mistakes.
Gotcha.
It's hard to have a perfect season, but when you critique things in that matter, we feel like that's the closest way to get to perfect as possible.
Starting to run a little low on time here, but Dwayne, just wanted to ask you, as you look at the schedule, obviously some big-time opponents on this year's schedule, any particular games you're excited for, looking forward to this season?
Honestly, all of them. This is my last year in college basketball. I'm a 5th-year senior, and I really want to just lock in for my last year and just focus on the whole year. I don't want to break it down like usual. 4 years ago, I would look at certain games and say, oh yeah, this game. No, this is my senior year, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it with the guys on the floor, and I'm not going to look at any opponent differently than the next man. Respect all my opponents at the end of the day.
Perfect. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time today. It was great talking to you. Looking forward to seeing you on the court November 30th.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we will be right back here on Watch Big Sky and Pluto TV with Southern Utah's women's basketball team. Welcome back to Watch Big Sky and Pluto TV for Big Sky Conference Basketball Media Day here, streaming all day with all your Big Sky basketball previews. We are here with Southern Utah's women's basketball team, Coach Tracy Sanders, point guard Becca Cardenas. Thank you guys for being here with us today. We're excited to break down this upcoming season with you guys. And Tracy, welcome to Big Sky Media Day for the first time. We're excited to have you here. How have things been over the last couple months, leading up into the season here?
It's been great. I mean, it's been really fun just, having an opportunity to kind of get to know the girls individually, and then, now with practice underway, I think we're working hard and getting better every day, and that's really all you can ask at this point.
So take me through, the first couple months for you here in Cedar City. You come in, and we'll start with building your staff. How did that process go for you, and what were you really looking for when you were building up your coaching staff here?
I'm so excited about the staff that we have in place. I think, Jay came with me from St. Mary's, Jay Johnson. He kind of understands how I work and, what the expectations are and what the goal is for me and the program and building the program. Haley Mandelko, obviously a tremendous player here at Southern Utah, so to have her back, I think is a huge asset for our program and really the community. I think she's a player who understands what it takes to win, and now as a coach, can instill that in our girls, and so it's fun to see her out there. And then the addition of Morgan Bailey, great player at BYU. I actually coached against her for several years, so I know how good she is and what she brings, and that experience of playing overseas, playing professionally, and then coaching and being from Utah, I think is really an asset to us as well. So really excited about the people we have in place and just the different things that they bring to our program.
The real question is, did you know how big of a Cedar City celebrity Haley Mandelko was?
I had heard, that she still has a picture up in the airport, so when you get off the plane in Cedar, that's the first thing you see. So I'd heard really good things about her, but yeah, she's definitely a legend around here.
Becca, from the players' perspective, obviously switching to this new coaching staff, how has it been, through the spring now coming into the fall here?
I think it's definitely been a learning curve for sure. Like, we're learning a lot of new things, different than what we've been used to in the past. So trying to get used to adjusting and getting into the flow of things that our new coaching staff wants us to do has been a big key, but I think we've been doing really well and trying to just learn as best as we can.
For you, entering your junior season here, do you feel like you're taking on more of a leadership mantle this season? Do you feel like your role's changed at all as you've become one of the elder statesmen on the team?
I don't think my role has changed. I think since I've been a part of the team, I've tried to be a leader. That's just my personality, but I think now that I'm a junior, I have more experience, and I think the underclassmen can appreciate the experience that I have and give me a better I just have more confidence in myself knowing that I have those years behind me. So
Tracy, coming in, this group of players, what kind of style can we expect this team to play? What can we expect to see in the AFEC this season?
We've talked about playing to our advantages, and I think being at elevation here, obviously playing a little bit more up tempo is something that we've kind of tried to instill, but understanding how to be up tempo and under control at the same time, making good decisions. I want them to be better basketball players. I want them to understand their roles and strengths of individual players on the court and how to make a teammate better. And so that's really things that we've been focusing on, holding each other accountable, being competitive every single day. We're not going to run a ton of sets. It's going to be more of a motion style offense. And so them understanding, who to go to in certain situations and playing to each other's strengths. And so it's been a challenge, but I think, we're figuring it out and we're getting better. And again, it's making reads and understanding the game. So just lots of teaching right now.
Absolutely. You come in with this team, and who kind of immediately impressed you and who has kind of stepped up leading up into this season?
Yeah, I do think we have a great group of upperclassmen who are excited and want to be successful and have really put some things into place for the younger players on our team. And I think we have some great newcomers too that are eager to learn and are enjoying the experience of the older players and learning from them and getting better. Excited about the freshman class we have coming in. And then we have a transfer from Snow College who I think is going to help us a lot as well. So just a great group of girls that I think are excited and are working hard and are pushing each other every day.
Rebecca, talk a little bit about all those different groups, transfers, freshmen, returners. How are you guys meshing to this point? How has it been on the court for you guys?
I think it was a little harder the first days coming in, but with open gym and practice, we've definitely started to get to know each other, and just by communicating, we're able to work better together. I think that's just like the biggest key that brings us together, and I think that just moving forward, if we focus on that no matter how different we are or how new the team looks this year, we will be successful.
Very cool. So Tracy, looking at this upcoming season, Jessica Chapman was a player last year that sat out, but obviously has a lot of talent and was with the team on the practice squad. What have you seen from her, and what can Thunderbird fans expect to see out of her this season?
Jess is, just having the length and the size that she does and being able to play on the perimeter, I think is instantly an advantage. We're working on becoming a more consistent shooter and just being great at some things. I think she has a lot of skill set where she can do some different things. She can go in there and post someone up if she has a smaller guard on her. So she's kind of a mismatched nightmare. So just kind of playing to her strengths and really just becoming a great all-around player. But yeah, she's been great to work with, and she's been working really hard.
In the Southern Utah landscape as well, Hannah Robbins, obviously, legacy name coming back to Cedar City. What have you seen from the freshman and one of the best high school players in the state last year?
Yeah, no, Hannah is going to be amazing here. I think her and I have talked about that, and she's going to be as good as she wants to be. If she puts the time in, she just having the skill set she has at the height that she does. She's got great footwork. She's got a nice shooting touch. She can shoot the three a little bit. So just constantly continuing to develop her game. I think the possibilities are really endless with her. So excited about her. Again, a girl who I think wants to work hard and get better. We have Jessie coming from Brazil. She's working hard, great basketball IQ. She picks things up really easy. She's always doing the right thing in the right spot. So it's been fun working with her. And then Claudia comes from Melbourne, Australia. So excited to have her over here from the other side of the world. And, just fast, dynamic, exciting, fun to watch. So I think she's going to bring a new level of intensity as well. And then we have Harley, who transferred from Snow College. And again, just a total team player. With her, it's kind of developing her to be a little bit more aggressive and assertive and look for herself, because I think she's wonderful at making the extra pass and doing all the little things. Like, she's the perfect teammate, but I think she has the ability to score as well. So lots of different pieces, and that's exciting.
Becca, when you look at your guys' backcourt, you and Bree have played a lot of time together now, a lot of minutes on the court together. How comfortable are you guys playing back there together, and how much are you looking forward to playing with Bree in her senior year?
We're really comfortable for sure. Like, I know what she loves to do, and she knows what I love to do. We know each other's tendencies really well. So I think us working together is we know where to put each other to put ourselves in the best position. And I'm super excited. It's her senior year, so we hope to make it the best senior year for her, and just now being an upperclassman, trying to be at that same level with Bree and the senior and that she is, and I think it'll be really fun.
Which of your new teammates have really impressed you? Who have you kind of practiced, sat back and gone, whoa, she's pretty good?
I don't know, I don't consider her new, I guess, kind of half and half, but Peyton for sure really surprised me, because she didn't play last year due to injury, but she definitely has a leadership role, and she may seem quiet, but on the court she's always talking, she's always motivating. Even when she's been out on the sidelines with injuries, she's always trying to get people to have the good mindset and be positive, and just always really helping out, and her shooting has just been amazing, and I think if she can stay healthy, she'll be really good for us.
Perfect. Starting to run a little bit low on time here, but Coach just kind of wanted to get your general feel for the Big Sky Conference heading into this season. Obviously, switching over conferences here, but what do you know about the Big Sky going into this year, and how excited are you to compete in it this season?
Super excited. I think it's a great conference. I think for us, just taking every game just one game at a time and preparing. I think it's a competitive conference, so we're going to have to be ready to go every game. But just looking forward to it, and obviously, being at St. Mary's on the West Coast, we played a lot of Big Sky teams, so I am familiar with quite a few of them, and I think it's a great conference. I'm excited to be a part of it, and just really looking forward to the competition and the level that we're going to play at, and just trying to get focused and ready and use this preseason to really prepare to go into conference.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here, both of you.
Thank you.
We appreciate
yeah.
it. And that'll wrap up Southern Utah's segment here of Big Sky Media Day here on Watch Big Sky and Pluto TV. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of the day.